What's up, guys? I trust you all had a great day, cheerful and happy day. And what I'm going to talk about is not cheerful and happy. And I think perhaps this is the reason I'm hoping that you had a cheerful and happy day, you know, because I want to talk about anger. We are very angry. This is a very angry society, and not just our society alone, but everywhere. Because last week, one day, can't recall which day it was, I saw a video of a man driving down a young lady. She was running, and the man just gunned the engine of the car, and he hit her down, and he drove over her, and he reversed, and he drove over her, and drove over her. I was horrified. I couldn't believe it. I'm saying to myself, is this man for real? How could he be doing that? And I'm thinking, what did she do to him? I even thought that maybe they were in a relationship and maybe she's trying to leave him or something. And I could have never imagined that the man is running down the woman literally with his car to hit her because of what happened. Road rage. He hit her car. He was the one who hit her, right? He hit her car, and she got out of her car to look at the damage. And in doing so, she got her telephone to take his license number because he hit her. And when he saw that that is what she was doing, he got so enraged. And he started to go at her, and she ran. She said she was wearing heels, and one of the shoes just wouldn't come off her feet. So I think it held her back. The man just drove into the young lady and just drove over her over and over. Not once, not twice, 3 times. He drove over the woman 3 times. But listen to me now. There is an amazing God up above. You hear me? And guess what? In spite of of that horror, 2 good things came of it. 2 good things. 1, she survived, and 2, he was caught. What was he thinking? Did he think he was just going to get away with that? People were out there. The man must have been out of his mind. A lot of people are going around very angry because all sorts of things have happened in their lives and they've internalized it, and they are walking around. They have not been able to talk to anybody to show them how to overcome it and that kind of thing. And there is a thing called the anger cycle. Yes, the anger cycle. And it has various triggers. Events such as the one that I related before can cause it, can trigger the anger. And so people react in different ways when their anger is triggered. Like how this gentleman now just drove down the woman and almost killed her. She sustained broken ribs, broken leg, her kneecaps opened up, and she had other lacerations and injuries and stuff. And oh God, I felt it for her. But I'm so grateful that she survived. She's going to have a long, hard recovery, because I can't even remember some of the things that she said that happened to her. But I am happy that this man was caught. He needs to be taken care of in terms of his anger, because that was way, way, way too irrational. Now, irrational and negative thoughts occur as a result of triggering event, such as what I just mentioned as well. Somebody might be thinking, I'm the worst ever. And then the next thing you know, they're thinking that the jerk who cut them off doesn't care about them. They just care about themselves, right? So this now is another problem. Negative thoughts triggers anger. You think you're not worth it. You don't have any self-esteem, and something happens around you and you get so upset. All right, there's also the emotional response. When you're angry, you get feelings of shame and feelings of guilt because you think you're the worst person. And then you direct the anger to somebody that has done something. Somebody might just come in and ask you a question, you know. And in your mind, they shouldn't have asked that question. And you just fly off the handle, and right away, war begins. Takes nothing to start a war. A verbal war, that is. And sometimes it gets down to fisticuffs, believe it or not. It can happen. Also, physical symptoms are the responses to anger. You start to sweat, you get nervous, you start to shake, you have clenched fists, like you want to punch out somebody. Literally, you want to knock out somebody. I've been there, so I know. I felt like I want to knock out somebody. But anger is not something that I internalize. So at the moment, you get the feeling, but it goes for me. Your heart races, all sorts of things happen. Because people do things that anger you. But when somebody does something that angers you, it's a totally different thing from when you're constantly angry. You know, the anger is there just waiting to erupt. It's like a volcano. And you just need the right thing to trigger it. And off you go. You blow your top and everything goes awry. And then afterwards, you have time to sit and think about what you did, and you feel embarrassed, you feel small, and you feel like you want to run away and hide. So I'm encouraging you to think about it. When you feel the anger coming, take a deep breath. Take a deep breath in through the nose. Let it out through the mouth slowly. Deep breath in through the nose, slowly out through the mouth. It does work. It does work, because while you're doing that, you're calming yourself down. And it helps prevent you from getting yourself into serious trouble. Now, the behavioral responses to anger is that you're going to quarrel. You might criticize somebody. You argue. You yell, you fight, whatever it is. All sorts of things. So I'm just encouraging you to get a hold of that anger. And if you're somebody who is constantly angry, you need to go and get help. And if you know somebody who is constantly angry or has a very bad temper, encourage them to go and get help. Because after a while, it can take over your life and you become so unhappy, and people are not happy to be around you because they know that you have a bad temper, and it takes nothing to set you off. Yeah. But some of these are deep-seated things that happen to you in your early years. Maybe you were abused, maybe, you know, your parents did you things, all sorts of things. You were bullied in school, everybody cussed you out, told you weren't going to come to anything good, all sorts of things. But you can rise above it. So if you're one of those persons, try and get some help so you can get over the anger, and so you can live a fulfilled life, not being angry. And it is such a wonderful feeling to be a happy person, and people love to be around people who are happy. So try working on that anger, and taking those deep breaths at times will help. And go and talk to somebody who is trained in helping you with the anger, and you'll see that it really does help. So, thank you for listening. Please remember to like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and leave me a comment if you will, and I'll talk with you next time. Have a good one. Bye.